S0717, there it goes. I will pick it up.
I will pick this up.
Because it's for a Corvette.
Corvette?
Yes. I entered this contest here to win.
Entering contest to win bets?
Buy a t-shirt, make one of that. It's the greatest phenomenon in YouTube right now.
Buy a t-shirt, win a bet.
Yes, and not just any vet. A 2013 C6 ZR1 manual 6-speed, 750 horsepower. It's a tire Corvette.
How much you pay for that damn shirt?
$21.
Welcome, not all cylinders.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I didn't know it was live yet.
Yeah, that was
My bad. So, just so y'all know, in the event that I get a phone call from Mr. Street Speed 717, I will pick it up, and y'all will watch me cry like a baby. That will mean I won.
Christmas for you and me and you. And
Happy Hanukkah to you fellas and ladies out there, some of you, and whatever else you say, you know, for Christmas spirit.
all that.
Yeah.
Yes. Glad to see you here with us.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you made it through the snow.
Made it through. Oh, yeah. Well, I got the tires on my truck.
You got the new tires.
Yeah, under tires.
Got the new
And
tires.
they rub like a son of a buck.
So now you got to lift it, is what you're saying.
Or take my 2-inch spacers off, one of the two. But I really like that roller skate look. So.
I really say lift it.
Yes, yes.
I really say lift it. Look at all these goodies.
So we got the inspiration.
Look, you all remember when this is what inspired you to
Before the
build hot
internet.
rods when you was a kid?
Dude, so I can tell you some stories about the old Hot Rod magazine and such of these. So before we had the smartphones and all that good stuff, I was so poor I couldn't afford to buy these. If you remember, these were like $6 a piece back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Some of them were $7.
This is close to $500,000 in 1990s currency.
Yes, yes. So what me and my brother and a bunch of my buddies would do, our hangout, what kept us out of trouble, is we'd go to the Walmarts where they had said books.
Oh, and loiter like
We would loiter like a bug. We'd be reading the whole thing. And they'd be looking at us and you know, we all from Queen Street, so we all had that kind of mean look. They didn't say nothing to us. We'd be like,
why are you looking at me, Paul?
"Sup?"
Yeah, I'm reading.
I'll be reading the Hot Rod, the Car Craft, the daggone GM High Tech Performance. What you know about that? I even made it inside of a GM High Tech Performance magazine.
I'm not complaining at all about the magazines and the contents thereof.
You know what? Seeing
What?
this, I'm missing.
What I miss is the old school hot rods. You know what I mean? When Hot Rod magazine wasn't all retro mod.
Retro mods are the thing.
I mean, that's cool. Like the retro mod thing is cool, but that's almost all it is now.
Well,
like, you
it's
pick
because
up
that
any one
is-
of these magazines.
That's
and
because
what
that is the fad right now. You know, when we were growing up, the Hot Rods was the fad.
I know.
Yeah,
It breaks my heart to know that we're all getting older, I guess. The fad has moved on. But I'm hoping that the fad doesn't become so technical and out of the reach of the common worker's hands. Like, you almost have to go to school to understand
you have to
anything
understand the demographics, okay? The common worker nowadays drastically understands computer programming and things like that because that's what they do
to an
now.
extent, but I probably should have rephrased that. Not the common worker, but like the common kid, like the 15, 16-year-old kid building the car. You know, when I was in auto school and stuff, we were just then getting introduced to computers and how they run the car and analog brake systems and all that. And I sound ancient as shit. I know I sound ancient. That's fine.
You're not. You're
Just simplicity's sake. Simplicity's sake.
It's a lot simpler.
Yes, I like simple, clean. You don't see wires running everywhere. There's not a bunch of little boxes of cords coming out. It's very clean, very stripped down, very basic, mechanical, raw.
And
That's what I enjoy about it.
There is something very special about that. When done correctly, I love it. When I see it, I really appreciate it. But I also love to see, you know, your 16 fuel injectors and turbos, and you know, I love that. I love the fact that you can buy a car now that you can program into the GPS that will raise the front end up so you don't hit speed bump.
Right.
You know, I think that's sick.
I mean, that's cool. And I do appreciate that it may be helping kids that work with their hands break into the computers, and vice versa. Kids that are in computers maybe start working more with their hands.
Absolutely.
There are two kinds of learners. I get there's hands-on, there's book learner, and I get that. I'm a hands-on.
I am a mixture of both. I'm learning this recently. But you know what, man, this really does something for me. Like, I genuinely might go and order a subscription to Hot Rod because there's just something about, you know, you can look at a computer screen all day and it's great, but man, there's just something about that level of talent it takes to make that picture.
Go ahead, zoom in on up there. That's all.
Not just my arms are really long. Not just the car, but the level of talent that it took to make that photograph. You know?
Yeah.
That photograph is amazing in itself.
And Brian Centers brought up Mini Truck Magazine.
Mini trucking was the bomb!
Trucking magazine, sport truck magazine,
oh, yeah.
classic trucks.
Oh yeah, man.
All of them.
I still the
Right.
amount. Mini trucking was something that I never got into. I know you did it.
I love mini trucks.
But I always appreciated the skill it took to do that. Like, because the artistry of the paint jobs of those trucks, man.
Just the absolute, just straight up ditching that bitch on the curb.
Yeah, I never
That's the sucky part.
never did that part of it. I just the level of craftsmanship that went into them. You know, to set in like polish an air tank from something that's raw to make it look like chrome.
Right,
You know, my buddy Will Smith sent me a Monte Carlo rear end just the other day that somebody went and polished the entire rear end. I then took an engraver and went and then like engraved
lowrider shit all up in it.
And dude, it was, I mean, spectacular. And it was a 9-inch like going in a fast, badass Monte Carlo. Like it was phenomenal.
It's the donk thing too, man. Like that is.
Dude,
if you ain't on the donk game.
Have you seen? Do you know who Donk Master is?
Donk Master.
Donk Master.
Look, I'm talking about get on the donk game. Who's
Hey,
Donk Master?
Donk Master is a guy who has a YouTube channel. It's called Donk Master. This dude has a 70 Impala that's got a 2020 Corvette interior in it. It's got a a twin turbo big block in it that will stroke your ass on 30s.
Sound like an overachiever to me.
He's a draft overachiever.
Sound like he got something to prove.
Hoonigans just did a big thing. They've got a special out right now where they're doing this versus that, and it's basically everything. The guy that did Jim Tala, what's his name? Mustang all-wheel drive. Does all the awesome stuff driving guy. Kim Block. So it's Kim Block's car against the world, and it's an awesome YouTube special. They're doing it. I highly encourage you guys to check it out. The amount of exposure you can get from YouTube and stuff right now to all the cool things that you want to see, whether it's a 1930s build or something crazy, it's there, man. Get your kids into it. Don't discourage them from doing it, and get into it yourself. Don't forget the Hot Rod magazine, but also look at the technology that you have too, because it'll expose you so much. I could not believe how fast Donk Master's car was. And if you would see this car, it is everything we would probably make fun of. Just realistic.
I don't make fun of people.
I do. I make fun of them.
Unless you got the Carolina Squirt.
Yes, Carolina Squad guys will like it.
Absolutely.
But I mean, this thing looks like you're just ghetto fabulous is the only thing, because he's what he says. I mean, it is. It's got all the pearl paint and the candy paint, and it is bomb. It's a big drop top, and it's riding on 30s. And it is bad. It'll run like 580s. It'll run like 580s, dude. I mean, it's on a tire this tall.
Sounds sketchy.
Yes,
That's Skate City.
So yeah, there's a lot to it.
That's a lot of weight to throw around.
And
an all steel wheel. 24s and up. That's heavy. That's a lot of weight to be throwing around.
And the whole car's heavy. The whole car's like 6,500 pounds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's got a twin turbo big block in it.
And moving out. Moving out of 5.
And put a interior out of a 2020 Corvette in it.
In under 6 cars.
Yeah.
Just straight kicking ass on the day.
It's amazing. It's super cool.
Well, shout out to Donk Master.
Donk Master, if you're watching this, hey, get us on your YouTube channel, bro. We'll rep it.
All right, if you, I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it now. Well, not now, but.
Speaking of YouTube stuff, for the folks that aren't following, Cletus McFarland's having a huge race here this weekend, the Christmas race. It's awesome, super great idea. It's a 16-car field. Only YouTubers were invited. I wasn't invited, but with that you got to have a 9-second car faster, and I don't have a 9-second car yet. yet. But the premises of the race is that you have to have a live Christmas tree with lights that are lit strapped to the top of your car. Because, Cleary's before them. That's what it is. Or Garrett Mitchell, somebody must tag Garrett, that's cool.
Hey, we need to get to work on that Lemons race.
Yes.
I wonder if the airport will let us use their airport.
I just had an interesting conversation with one Tommy Parker and Dave Charles about that.
Really?
Yep. And they said that it could probably be done, but make sure that we approach the people at the airport with our ducks in a row.
Whack.
Whack.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, we'll see what kind of ducks we have to get for them. Mallards or...
Well, it's mostly insurance stuff. Yeah. It becomes kind of tricky.
Waiver stuff and have EMS on call.
Well, and here's the thing. If somebody else has done it, we can do it too. And a lot of people have done it, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We ain't no bitches. We ain't scared.
Look at this. Ain't that sick? Don't you wish they still built cars like that?
Which one do you got there?
Buddy,
I'm all about this. Right there, Stevie Fast Jackson, baddest man on drag radios. He said,
"Look at
you
that
got
crazy.
the back tire for life. He ain't scared of nobody." So that's a man right there. I love that kind of stuff.
Look at that. That's what I'm about right there. Rat rod, hot rod.
But that is bad.
Big fender benders right there.
Every time I see a car with curved fenders on it, you know what movie pops in my head?
What's that?
Cobra.
Right. So what the hell do good?
Sylvester Stallone with what is it, a 50 Mark? I think it's a 50.
Yeah.
Man, I love that car.
Sled.
That's
what
nice
I'm talking
car.
about.
That's a nice car.
Oh man, I go on all day about movie cars. I think we did an
We
episode.
did an episode.
We did an episode about movie cars.
So it was good.
We'll have to revisit that one.
Yes.
Because we're getting a new producer. This is the last time.
She used to be the last time you guys got to watch cell phone
Last
quality
time you gotta watch
stuff.
like this.
We'll have good hearing stuff, and it'll be a good time. Well, my phone's going off today. None of it's 717. None of it's 717.
None of it's 4.
Hey, Street Speed 717 calls. You got to watch your boy cry because that means I won 0.
What is it? 717.
Street Speed 717. That's
Street Speed 717.
He's got 2 million followers or something. He's an awesome channel. They do a giveaway every month. They give away some sort of supercar or a Corvette or a Raptor. This next one they're doing is a Raptor. It's a
That's nice stuff, right?
It's a 700 horsepower Raptor. It's badass. Hey, I heavily encourage you to go buy a t-shirt. You possibly can win.
I might have to go check it out. Speaking of, what's your projects in your garage right now? What are you working on? What are we doing?
My stuff or customer stuff?
Your stuff. Personal stuff.
Right
What
now.
do you want to do this summer?
I've got a 1981 Camaro that my buddy and I, Tony, have decided that we're going to make it. Look, first time ever building a legit race car.
You're going to go all out.
All out, no interior, roll cage, gas pedal, stop pedal, seat, that's it.
What's times? What's time slot we're looking for?
Coming to a street near you.
Coming to a street near.
Yes. Since John Corey's out of the game, Tin Can Mafia is still putting on some races. We're going to try to throw our hand at a couple guys out there. There's a couple folks we would like to be privileged enough to race with.
I'm still getting over John Corey getting out of the game.
It makes sense. There's a lot behind that. And everybody has to take a step back.
Oh, I get it.
And that's where it's at. He had different priorities. So things is come on. He's watching some of his posts though. I don't think he'll be out forever.
Good.
But 81 Camaro, LS powered, twin turbo, power glide, coming for you. Hopefully on methanol, coming for you. Not playing around. No, absolutely is not a street car. It will be a race car. Lexan glass. If I can get fiberglass doors, let's get fiberglass doors. If we can get a fiberglass front end, let's get a fiberglass front end. It will be. If you call it a street car, I'll smack you in the mouth. It's gonna be a race car.
Well, I heard the only difference between a street car and a strip car was whoever driving it. You got the balls to drive.
Pretty much. But
it's type of car, right?
Oh yeah. Well, everybody's on the street car kick. Everybody's trying to call their race car street car. I guess what? I'm building a freaking race car.
That's like barn finding.
Yeah.
The internet has killed
Yeah, if it's got dust on it, it's a bonfire.
It's killed it. It's killed. Everything's rare now. Got these rare heads from a Chevy 302. That's not rare.
Right.
Those engines are literally everywhere. Half of them are boat anchors.
Chevy 302?
Yeah, no one wanted them. They threw all those
What?
the wrong way. Yeah.
DC 302?
Yeah, man, no one wants them.
Everybody wants one of them.
Nobody wants one of them.
Anybody that's got a first-gen Camaro wants one, I promise you.
Well, they're going Yanko.
Well, yeah, I mean, the 302 was a bad bitch.
No one knew it. Nobody. It's like the 350.
If you said a 305, I would totally be like, yeah, 305's junk. But a DC 302, man, those
They're
are
not that rare though. Everybody's like,
I've never had one.
well,
ever.
I mean, I've seen a million of them at car shows.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they're out there.
Yeah.
But and I'm saying these guys online are like, I got these rare 302 heads and my shit ain't junk. I know what I got. I want $2,000.
Well, yeah, there's those guys.
So like, dude, they're rusted, they're pitted, they're probably drunk, probably out of level. Like going to get a meal, and you got a whole other slew of problems.
Way cheaper, way better for me to go buy some of them.
Right, man. It's like, stop trying to sell more than what you got. Like if it's shit, it's shit. Sell this shit.
Everybody's trying to be a hustler. Everybody's trying to be a
Give it
hustler. Yeah, exactly.
Got this barn find. I ain't a freaking barn find. You.
What? Or you'll have those guys,
Sorry,
and
that
then,
shit gets me heated.
and then you'll have the other end. The other end of the spectrum where they're like, got a barn find. Found a 1967 Camaro. Okay, so you found, in 1967, they made 302 Z28s. Alright, they're pretty well all accounted for.
Right.
Okay, all of a sudden, somebody will release one that's got dirt on it. And they're like, this car hasn't been driven since 1975, it's a barn find. No, somebody has known where this car is its entire life. It's not a find just because you got it out of the barn.
Right. And not every piece of shit you pull out of somebody's freaking hayfield
It's great.
Is great or worth it. Like, they think, I'm going to put barn find on there, that's worth $5,000 more.
Right.
I'm going to put barn find on that.
You know the realest car guy that I've met in person or around here?
Just list it for what it is, man. I got this piece of shit that I found on somebody's field. It's probably a piece of shit. I would but probably a little bit more than what I paid for it.
Because you said that, I got to give shout outs to Robbie Farrell. Robbie Farrell got a 69 Charger, I think is what it is. Race car. 68. Yeah. It's a race car body. And it was junk.
And it's awesome.
And he took and cut the body off of a Lincoln Marquee, I think it is, or something.
It's wild. It's a contraption.
And he threw the body on it and he drove it down. And Mike Finnegan loves it and like he's gonna help him do a YouTube channel because he doesn't lie about nothing. He's like, it was junk and I had this car and I put them together because I thought it'd be fun. I'm taking it on power tour. He's not trying to. It's not trying to pass it off as this or that.
Yeah,
so I wish there was more guys like that.
Yeah, just straight up. Just be straight up.
I think my biggest wish is.
But I did spend a lot of time on marketplace. Sorry.
Oh, I do too. I wish we could remove the value of cars, and only have fun with them.
Well, I mean that'd be possible if they remove the price on parts.
Right.
Like,
right.
Can y'all just make parts for free? Like,
we
just want to have fun.
We want to have fun.
Like, just give up the parts. All the tools. Like all the tools. Just give us all the tools.
I wish Milwaukee would give me mine.
What kind of cool tools? We just talked about tools last week.
All
start
right.
showing off some tools.
So
what we got here?
This right yonder.
Look at this here.
The best thing ever done created for a person that likes to work on the automobiles.
Milwaukee Fuel.
Milwaukee Fuel, part number 2960-20. This is what we got.
Knox Vegas.
Huh?
Knox Vegas, and Dustin Hell said he looking at you.
Hey, I ain't scared of the part. I'm not scared of the part. Come at him with an 81 Camaro. I'm driving right into a honey hole. So, if you guys don't know what this is a 3/8 drive. This is the newest, latest, and greatest, and I splurged for it. I'm paying for it now because I got Christmas gifts to buy. But this is their 3/8 drive stubby impact.
You got lights on it.
Got 3 LED lights on it. They took all the excess of the other one from the back and moved down here so you can still reach in and get parts where you want to. It's got 4 different torque settings on it. It came with a 3.0 battery. I have a 5.0 battery on it now. It lets you know you're charging. I have not charged this thing in a week. It's still fully charged and I can use the pea water out of it. But this thing makes 650 foot-pounds of brake torque. Squeeze the trigger on that thing.
650 foot-pound?
A braking torque.
Well, that thing, that's like having a little Vespa scooter in your hand.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Literally, it will break the lug nuts of a semi-truck loose.
So is this one of them ones where you can like Bluetooth to it and shit?
No.
Find out where it is in your garage when you leave it laying down there. Like, God dang.
That'd be awesome. No, it's just your basic, you know.
We need to invent the Bluetooth 10 mil.
Oh, we'd be rich.
Yeah, a socket that got a Bluetooth in it. I'm patting that shit. Don't steal my
Don't
ideas.
steal it. But now they got the rechargeable batteries. The batteries charge up so fast and they last so long. They got 2.0, 3.0, all the way up to like, I think there's like a 16.0, so a massive car battery.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like carrying a
yeah.
cat battery.
Funny thing about these guys, Doug Cook from Motion Raceworks was trying to get his on the Rocky Mountain Drag Week. He blowed his 7-second Nova up on the test run, so he was like, "Oh my God, I gotta go on Marketplace." And he bought like a Grand Marquis. Then they made it from a 17-second car. They finished up with a 13-second car. And how they drove the fuel pump to get the extra power for the nitrous. One of those batteries.
Really?
They hot wired it in there, and it had 18 volts versus 12. Kicked the fuel pump up a little more. It was able to spray the nitrous and sprayed it into 13s.
Shit.
Yeah. So there we go.
That's the race drive.
Yep, 3-inch drive. I have.
Do they make? Of course, they make the bigger one.
They make a 1/4-inch drive, 1/2-inch drive. I think even they make a 3/4-inch drive.
3/4-inch drive.
Big bitch. Yeah.
We got 5 more Ukadookas on that shit.
Oh yeah. And I tell you, the Ukadookas, you put them with these right here, will absolutely.
Breaking off bolts in your flywheel, all kinds of.
You gotta be careful with it. It will get you. But that's why they got all these different torque settings. See, this torque setting right here, it'll actually go back till it reaches 60 foot-pounds and then it stops.
Right.
So, and then,
Big dog, good laugh.
and then when you go on number 3, okay, number 3 says all the Ukadookas.
That's all of it.
All the Ukadookas will literally break your wheel stuff.
That's the one that Walmart sets theirs on when they put your drain plug back in your oil pan.
Ukadooka.
It's the number 3 setting of all the Ukadookas.
All the Ukadookas. I put my tires on with this on my wheels.
Right.
When I went to the Stoles to change my tires yesterday, they had to break out their pneumatic impact to get the wheels off of it.
Well, I mean, you put them on with an impact, like, yeah, put them on.
I put them on, but like they.
What setting did you have it on? Did you have it
I had it on
like,
the Ukadooka because I
like,
didn't.
I'm gonna barely break my studs off.
I didn't know about the 60 foot-pound setting yet, so
right.
I was like, I'm going 3. That's gotta be less. Yeah, bad idea. They used 2 different impacts to get the wheels off of it yesterday.
Shit.
They were upset. And I was like, hey, I put them on there with a battery powered impact. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, like, what's wrong with y'all? Don't y'all always put 685 foot-pound
Right.
on your freaking lug nuts? What? Race car, damn it.
Race car. If you guys are if you do any, I'd say it's probably not worth buying just for your average DIY guy at the house. But if you do anything in mass quantities, man, these tools will save you so much time. It is absurd. I can pull a transmission out in about 25 minutes with one of these.
In the appropriate sockets.
Yeah, well, and extensions are your friends.
And swivel.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll say they're not exactly budget friendly for your average, just your guy that works on his car, once a month. I work on stuff just about probably 4 or 5 times a week, customer cars and stuff. And this tool, I gave $265 for this delivered with the battery, and it paid for itself the first day I had it.
It will save you literally thousands in surgeries.
Oh my gosh.
You know what my cool tool is?
What you got? The Gerber. It's a Gerber every man should have.
Lifer tool. If it's not Leatherman and it's not a Gerber, don't bother with it because they ain't worth crap.
Nippix has one that is absolutely on par with either one of those.
This is the one, believe it or not, that I carried around the ship for 3 years when I was in the Navy. I have the same one. 20-something years later, and
Salt
it still
water,
works the damn same.
Yep.
Salt water, bilge water, freaking high
Swamp
synthetic, jet fuel, everything.
Ironically, the Army issued me a Gerber as well, and I still have it
This shit right here could be the difference from you sitting on the side of the road and you make it home.
Yep.
I mean, they literally can.
Yep.
And don't cheap out on a bad Gerber. Like, go ahead, get the crash.
Spend money for the Gerber.
Get the Leatherman or the Gerber.
Yes, I had this exact same one.
Yes.
Yep. It's got, you got the little measurement on the side of it and everything.
Yep. That is my cool tool for this episode.
I mean, these are cool tools for the millennium. You can't beat them. The only difference between mine and yours is mine's black. You know, everything on is tactical.
So
yeah,
get yourself a Milwaukee Fuel, get yourself a Gerber or a Leatherman,
and you'll be safe. You can fix enough stuff to be dangerous.
Oh yeah, you can do just enough damage to get yourself in some real trouble.
Now, just to be clear, the fuel, the Milwaukee Fuel is the line. They've got regular Milwaukee tools, and then they've got the fuel. The fuel is the high-end, big dick daddy stuff that you want to buy. The other stuff is not worth the money. But they have just about anything that you can imagine. Literally, they have a shop vac that you can wear as a backpack that works on an 18-volt battery that I want really bad.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing with it.
Yeah.
I'd be walking around my shop.
They've got like I said, they've got all the drives on the impacts. I've got two of their ratchets. I don't have the impact ratchets, but I'm going to buy those next. I've got the Sawzall. I got the hammer drill. It's crazy. I mean, you would think that an 18-volt battery would die quickly on a Sawzall, but man, you can use that thing for like 3 hours.
I need a new Sawzall.
I highly encourage you to buy the Milwaukee Fuel Sawzall with battery power.
I will have to check out the fuel. I'll have to go take out a loan and then go get a Milwaukee tool.
I got my Sawzall for $40 off Marketplace.
Crackhead deal today.
That's right.
God, you know, crackhead deals just don't come around like crackhead deals used to.
Well, people quit using crack.
I guess.
Especially around here, our good Sheriff David Charles come in and put the smack down on stuff. He said, I'm done with it. Gotta quit it.
No more crackhead deals.
No more crackheads around here.
Can't pick up a small block for $30. Anywho, what else is going on? Anything interesting?
So what's going on in your garage? What are you working on?
I'm still working on the rat rod. I'll post some pictures of that. If anybody's interested.
That thing's awesome, dude. Like, that's legit. Like, you build some pretty cool shit that I enjoy. That rat rod is. I was really surprised when our conversation the other day about the plans for that.
Hey,
that thing is mega cool. Like, mega cool.
Well, this is that. You might not be able to tell. I'm in my 40s. I'm like 41 or 40. I'm 40 or 41.
What year was you born?
79. 40.
41.
Yeah. I don't like to admit that. But anyway, I think the rat rod might be the last thing I'll like to build. So I'm going to build it and I'm going to sell it. And I guess just have room for my trucks and my TA. And
so, what brought you? Why are you thinking to be the last thing you should build?
I don't know. I don't know. Mainly, it's just not what building trucks and stuff used to be.
It becomes less fun.
I mean, it's not like it's less fun. Less people are interested in it. So there's
a whole rat rod movement though.
Less common ground, not local. Like a lot of people. I guess I'm an asshole. I don't know. But
no, I think right now the world is in a funny place. You can't really do car meets. You can't meet up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it.
You know, so
I do miss car shows and stuff like that. That a lot of them were canceled this year. Yeah, I guess.
So maybe you're just in a funk. Maybe
morale's low.
Morale's definitely low. I see it a lot. A lot of the YouTubers are catching tremendous heat for being in states that allow them to put on stuff.
I'm like, piss on it. If you're scared, you stay home. Don't make fun of me for being scared.
That's exactly how I feel.
Scared.
I'm not scared. So I'll ask you a question. Say you didn't have your vehicles right now.
Right. What would I do with my time?
No.
Fishing. Hunting. Loving every day.
So this is the question I asked people at work. It was really fun. If you could only have one vehicle to drive for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That's an impossible answer, man. Like, that is honestly an impossible answer. I mean, I love my daily.
Whatever you have is gonna be your daily. You don't have to have one vehicle. What is your do it all vehicle?
Like, no holds barred. Spend any amount on it.
You win a contest and somebody's gonna build you whatever you want.
Oh, damn! That makes it tough, man. Probably something from Diesel Brothers.
They do really good stuff.
Probably, or Sparks Motors.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably something. Probably Dave to build something like the 6x6 or something. I mean, that is it practical? No, but when I drive now, practical? No. Do I care? No. Like,
yeah,
I feel like if it's street legal, I can get insurance on it and I can drive it on the road. Then parking is not my issue.
Right.
You have to park around my shit.
Yeah, I always find that as an interesting question to ask people. Because most of us, we have a car for each purpose. You know,
yeah.
Oh, this is my weekend car, this is my track car, this is my daily car, this is my work car.
It's like a car for every season.
Remember, and you can probably appreciate this because you love the old school stuff. You know, in the 60s and 70s, they only had one car.
Huh?
In the 60s and 70s, they only had one car. Most people could only afford one.
Well, some people had a truck on the side.
The majority only had one. Though.
Yeah, majority only had one. It's like TV said.
So could you imagine, you know, hey, what would you drive? What you know? Think about that with our world today. If you were limited to only one vehicle, what would it be?
Yeah, right. If I was limited to only one vehicle, I guess it'd probably be my wife's truck, the Durango.
There you go. See, I really appreciate this because, as you know, I've been limited to one vehicle for the last 2 years. I'm limited to drive one vehicle for the last 2 years. And now that I can drive whatever I want to,
I can't ever get rid of the truck, man. I'm banging, tricky. I'd probably stay with what I got, man. F350, just newer.
it'd be hard to beat. My dream, if I could only have one, it would absolutely be a 15 to 17 GMC Crew Cab Denali.
Yeah, I can't.
Max,
I can't get away from the truck.
That's exactly what I have. I have it on 37s, all the power. All the powers.
Yeah, what would you, what about
Yeah,
you?
post up. What would you guys have? If you only have one vehicle, only one, what would it be?
One vehicle to rule them all is Chevette.
Who said that?
Kevin East Step.
That's awesome.
East Step's Garage.
That's
what
awesome.
you call it, ain't it, Kev? East Step's Garage.
That is awesome.
Out there in Camargo.
East Step. Oh yeah.
Kevin East Step.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, and also, the Great American 4x4 Show. It's coming back around July. We've already got a date. We're getting things planned out. It's going to be bigger.
And even better.
Probably better.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it'd be good.
It's gonna be fun. I really enjoyed that show last time, even though I had been such a hurry to go through it. That was a super cool event.
Hey, and a lot of appreciation to Travis McDonald from Sky High Rides out of Shepherdsville. Him and those guys.
The guy over from New York.
Coy Hart from here. He's got a big old dually that's awesome. Yeah.
The American flag,
Longfoot.
All the wars painted out. God, that truck was so sick. I can't even imagine how much time went on that.
He came all the way down from Long Island, or Rhode Island, Long Island, New York. One of the islands around New York. He came all the way down from there.
Yep.
That's amazing.
That was a really cool time. I think that's on All Cylinders page somewhere. If you guys want to go back to last year's videos and stuff, it's probably there. There was a lot of cool stuff, and then the Jeep community is really big. I was impressed by how many Jeeps showed up here.
Oh, yeah.
It was really cool.
We got 100 Jeeps down there.
Yeah, all of them. You know, I'm not a big Jeep fan, but man, the creativity that you can have with the Jeep is pretty unique.
Yeah, check out Bluegrass Crawlers, Johnson County Jeep Club, Lexington Lifted. Over in Lexington, of course, they sell Jeep parts and all that.
You know something we should do to help with the Lexington guys is they have a Cars and Coffee on the first Saturday of the month.
I want to go to that, but I need something cool to take. I can't show up in my daily and be like, "What up, y'all?"
No, that's the thing. You can't.
No, I can't.
And
being a car guy, I literally can't.
There's a whole slew of diesel trucks over there.
But that sucks because you don't want to show up there and be like, "Yeah, it's my daily." Like I have other hot rods that just didn't drive.
Give us country does is pretty awesome. I mean, it makes 500 horsepower of the tire and it's on 37. It's pretty neat.
It's all right, but it wouldn't be like showing up in a freaking smoking a Bandit 78 Trans Am. I mean, it'd be like,
well,
that's what we showed up in.
We should set up a time and we can take Memphis over there.
Yeah, but I mean, Lexington lifted.
Yep.
Wildcat window tinting and spraying bed liner. And then if you're local, go check out my fellas over at Hilltop.
Yep. Custom
Auto Body. They got a Facebook page. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I think I pretty well shout out to everybody. Just all the people that helped me out in my garage, man. Will Smith, Tony Kincaid. Those guys really always seem to have my back, you know. Will came over yesterday, helped me set the motor down in the truck I'm working on. Set it down in there, thought the flywheel was on backwards, called the customer, kind of gave him up the road about it a little bit, and then pulled it out, flywheel was fine. Come to find out the transmission had fell down a little bit, the converter had fell out a little bit, so then I had to call him back to the crowd. I'm like, hey, remember when I told you that your guy did that wrong? Nope, I'm an idiot.
Engine was backwards the whole time.
He helped me set that motor down there twice, you know, after going to the gym and stuff. And he's a full-time mechanic. He's got a garage up over there in Salt Lake, right past the Crossroads Elementary. If you guys need any kind of work done, that guy is absolutely fantastic. There ain't nothing he can't work on. And I'm just really grateful to have all my buddies to help me out. I'm just grateful. It's that season. A lot of people I see worried about the gift they got their kids and all this stuff. And I'm just here to tell you, man. Remember what the season's about. The season's not about what you buy. It's about spending time with your family, spending time with people that you love. Because remember, there's a whole lot of young Americans right now that are in Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo, wherever, that would give their everything to be home with their family right now. They're not going to be there. So don't ever forget those people. They're over there serving this country, even though this country's being crazy. And they're missing Christmas, they're missing Thanksgiving, they're missing, their sons and daughters and nephews and nieces' birthdays and stuff like that. And they're doing that so we can do shit like this right here. So whenever you start to think about, how bad this country is, remember, I promise you, there's people that die to come to this country every single day, and there's people that die defending it. So remember what, this holiday season is about. It's about the savior of our world, and, it's not about how much money you spend on your kids. Your kids are going to love you regardless of how much money you spend on them. So don't let the holiday season stress you out because of a financial burden. If you get to hug your kid and love your kid, trust me, I can give you a list of about 10 people right now that would absolutely give all the money in the world to be able to do that because they can't do it anymore. So take time to realize what this season's about. It's not about gift giving, it's about spending time with the people that you love. Because understand this, you might not have that same opportunity next year.
Yep.
Get all deep on y'all. Touch my soul.
In the fields, freaking fields,
fields, dog. Been doing 14 hours looking at Hot Pockets all day. Give me my fields, man.
You know what other great things about Christmas? Elf, The Christmas Story,
yeah,
Grinch,
so
Claymation Rudolph.
Speaking of Elf,
Fumbles Bounce.
When did the shelf on the elf become the elf on the shelf become a thing?
I don't know. I think it's dumb.
I love all the perverted memes people make with them.
I think it's dumb. Elf on the shelf is dumb. If you do Elf on the shelf, then that's your thing. But
Nikki, if you
know that I won't do Elf.
Nikki, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I know you think it's cool, but now we got enough shit going on.
Eggnog.
All you need is Santa Claus. All right, it's nothing.
My elf on the shelf got waterboarded by G.I. Joe. Tell us where the goddamn reindeer live.
Where are they?
Where's the presents?
Ain't no way that dude does it on one day. I'm scared to death of him. I gotta know where he's at.
He's got a time machine. I know it. Tell me where's the plant. That's a little. We got a little wild off there for a second.
But a big announcement. We talked about it briefly. We do have a actual producer coming in on board next show. Maybe 2 weeks. His name is
John Turner Cash.
And you gotta be a cool guy with a name like Cash. Yeah. So I've never met John. I'm really looking forward to meeting him. Super excited to take the quality that we're giving you guys up to the next notch. We really want to strive to make this as professional and as enjoyable as we can for you guys to watch it. You know, so give us some input, tell us some things that you want to see, and pretty excited about the next show. I think it'll be awesome.
He's not forcing me into a tie, damn it. I'm not wearing a button-up and tie.
But what if it has like car stuff on it?
I told him he could produce it. I said, you can be producer. I said, you produce it. I didn't say anything about directing. I might have to get my roles switched. I forgot what the producer does and what the director does. Directs the producer just
Makes it look cool.
Makes it look cool. That's
Yeah. By the way, I give props to Win for a great set right here. He did this one cool. Looks good. Sad I didn't.
be satisfied.
I got 2 phone calls. Neither one of them from Street Beat 717. Oh! How crazy would it be if I won that car right here on the slot? I mean, I literally would cry.
That would be like such a great Christmas gift.
Yeah, I would cry.
If you got that car. If you got this car.
Or any car.
That car.
I'd take anything.
That car. Well, folks, I guess this is going to shut down this episode. And next time, we should be in HD and from a few different camera angles. And with better sound and stuff, things.
Most importantly, enjoy your holiday season. Remember what it's about. Don't get stressed out. None of that.
That's right. It's about watching Elf. Watching Will Ferrell. I'm singing!
Or watching the little dude shoot his eye will be again. Christmas story.
Yep.
And the lamp. I wish I had that. What? Later, guys.
Folks, where's the god dang end on this thing?